Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yes, the Israelites are back out on the ground, and we're back out here to teach our people, in love, because we are not a hate group. We are people that want to just teach our people the laws, statutes, and commandments that was given from God to us, and we're here to claim back our identity. That's all we are doing. Week in and week out, we come in and out, wherever we are, to claim back our identity, because it was stolen from us. Our true identity, because we're not black, we're not Hispanic, we're not Native Americans, we're not all these proverbs and bywords that they love to call us. We are the Israelites. But our people don't know this because they've been indoctrinated with all kinds of knowledge that is away from what the scriptures say. That's why our people have a fear of reading. But before I kick anything off, we're going to give praises unto the Most High, because He's the one that made me get out of bed and be able to speak. I'm grateful I'm not dumb and can't speak. I'm grateful that I've got eyes to see and ears to hear. But without further ado, I say, Barakatai Hawa, Barakatai Wahai, Barakatai Hawa, Barakatai Washai. I Manuela, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Kwam Yasharala. So yes, King, the gist of why we're out here is to teach our people that they're Israelites. Because you say you're Jamaican, right? But Jamaica means a land of wood and water. Because in Jamaica, did you know there's over 115 rivers in Jamaica?
No, I don't. I know it's a lot, but I don't know the...
That's a lot of rivers in Jamaica. That's why it's called the land of wood and water. Now, are you wood and water?
No.
So then, why are we calling ourselves land masses? Why are we giving ourselves these names? But go on.
To be honest, you don't know that you grow and wherever they teach you, you're going to buy.
That's the whole point. This is why we're out here, to teach our people that what you've been taught is you've been taught lies.
That's right.
We haven't been taught any truth, because you didn't know. Do you know what tribe you're from? Do you know how many gates there are to the kingdom of heaven?
What?
All right, we're going to read it to you and we're going to show you. Get me Revelation chapter 21 and start at 10.
Revelation chapter 21 verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain.
So this is John the Revelator being showed a vision, and he was read on anyway.
And showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem.
And that great city is the holy Jerusalem. That's where the great city is, because Jerusalem is the center point of the earth.
Ascending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God. And her light was like unto a stone, most precious, even like a jasper stone.
So just like we see diamonds, we value diamonds as precious. This is how the Most High is saying that Jerusalem is so beautiful, so precious unto Him, and so precious unto the Israelites who's supposed to be in there.
Even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high.
And had a wall great and high. This is talking about the gates, yeah?
And had 12 gates.
How many?
And had 12 gates.
How many? You said one, yeah? But how many does the Bible say? 12. But what are those 12 gates for? Do you know? Alright, all praise.
And had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So the 12 gates have 12 angels, which are like bouncers. You know, when you go to the club, you got bouncers at the gate, and the angels are there to show which gate you're supposed to enter into of the 12 tribes of Israel. Those are the gates to the kingdom of heaven, and there's 12, not one big pearly gate, because that's what the Christian church teaches you, that there's one big pearly gate to heaven. there's 12 according to the children of the names of Israel. Brentley Priest.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 12. And of Benjamin he said, the beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him, and the Lord shall cover him all the day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders.
So Benjamin has a special place in the Lord's heart, because our mother, Benjamin's mother, died in childbirth. But what it's saying is that Benjamin is between the Lord's shoulders, just like how you would take up your child like when he's young, and you put him on your shoulders to carry him. That's how the Lord values Benjamin, and that's the Lord only deals with the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why it doesn't say everyone can get through into these gates. It's only the 12 tribes of Israel, and you will come off of the seed of Benjamin because of the lineage of your father. Get me that in Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. Does your father come from the capture land, Jamaica? King, does your father come from Jamaica?
Yeah.
Alright.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers.
So that's how you determine what tribe you're in, or if you're an Israelite or you're not, by the house of your father, because your father is the one that puts the seed into your mother, so on and so forth. That's how you can identify if you're an Israelite or not. That's how we know. And there's people that have pale skin, but they're also Israelites too, because of the seed of their father. And there's also people that look like me and you that aren't Israelites, because their father's lineage goes back to an Edomite, which is a so-called white man. Now we're going to read two nations of people in the Bible, because every nation has a name, a biblical name in the Bible. Get me Genesis chapter 25. So you're going to hear two nations of people that is going to come in to the earth. And these two nations of people have an identifying marker of who's who.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord.
So this is the children's mother, because the two children, they're two twins in her belly, but they're struggling, they're fighting against one another in the belly. So she went to inquire of the Lord, why is this thing happening? Why am I feeling so much pain inside my belly? It's uncomfortable.
And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder is going to serve the younger. Two nations, the elder is going to serve the younger. Now we're going to read who's going to come out first.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Now, there's, like I said, every nation on the face of the earth has a biblical name. What people are, when they burn up in the sun, what color do they go? They're red. So they're not white, as they like to call themselves, because white actually means purity, which they aren't they're red, they're pink. Read on.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob.
And there was no description of Jacob because Jacob didn't look unfamiliar. He looked familiar like the rest of the people on the earth. And that's when it says, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. Now, they were so-called black people. So-called because you're not black. We're different shades of brown. But Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel, and none other. That's it. So that was just to show you that there was two separate nations that came out, and you are not the same as the so-called white man, and the so-called white man is not the same as us, because they're not white, they're red. But there's certain things in the Bible, because you're an Israelite, that you need to do to get the blessings. Get me.
This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed the law, thy law, even by departing that they might not obey the voice. Therefore, the curse is poured out upon us.
So, because we departed from listening to the commandments of God, there's curses that have come upon us. But what you need to listen to is the curses, because the curses show who the Israelites are. And one of the curses is that we're going to be going to slavery on slave ships. And has that happened to any other nation? Then
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 60 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Lord's going to bring us into Egypt. Egypt means bondage, because when we were taken out of, that was our first captivity, because Moses said, let my people go, to come out of Egypt. So Egypt means bondage, it means captivity.
Shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Read it again.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
We're going to be brought into slavery, bondage again with ships. And the transportation in the transatlantic slave trade was what? What transportation? Mode of transportation. There you go.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Okay?
Take a flight.
Let me get one.
But you know, people are always in a rush, because you know, Saturday is their favorite day to go shopping and do all the things, because Esau don't give them no peace, man. Make them work all hard all week and don't give them rest. But we're gonna continue to keep and observe the Sabbath day, because the Most High said he gave us 6 days to do all our labor, and 7th he made us to rest. So we're gonna obey what the Most High says and rest on this Sabbath day.
Rest, Israel, son. Rest. Come back to the Lord. Israel. Bring the king around, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
So these two dumb animals know where they live, but But Israel doesn't know. Our people never considers that they're Israelites. They always consider that, oh, I'm black, or I'm British, or I'm this, I'm that. Other than our biblical and true nationality.
Right.
Because our people are confused. They've been taught all kinds of lies, and that's what they've grown up in, lies. So they're in confusion. They don't know whether they're coming or going. They don't know if they're coming in Christianity or they're going in Islam.
Right.
Because there's no power in Christianity and there's no power in Islam. There's only one true living power, and that's Yahawah Yahawashi.
Right.
And he's the power of who?
Come on, Israel.
The Israelites.
That's right.
He's not the power of every nation on earth. Yes, he made all nations on earth, but he made every nation for their purpose. Get me Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 15.
Psalms 148 verse 14. He exalted the horns of his people.
So he exalted the power of his people. And the Lord wants to exalt us. He wants to be happy with us.
Right.
But every time he gets happy with us, we always return back to
That's right.
what we regurgitated and go back to sinning and doing wickedness.
Right.
And when we go back to it, then we're walking people that is just ready to die. And who wants to die? We all want to live.
The praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him.
A people that is near to him.
Right.
There's no other nation that's near
Preach.
other than the children of Israel.
Preach.
Because the Lord chose us from the beginning.
Right. Right.
You can read it in Ezekiel that we were the nation that was rejected, but the Lord loves the underdog. And he said, yes, you're going to be the one that is going to have my covenant. So he
Right.
gave his covenant unto Abraham, he gave it to Isaac, who gave it to Jacob.
Right.
And then, you're done now. The 12 tribes of Israel are here.
Right.
But they don't know that the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why they're all smoking, drinking on the street corner, thinking that they have no value. Going through all kinds of depression, loneliness, because they think they have no value. But the Lord sees the value in the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But they just don't see it in themselves because they've been taught that they are nothing.
Right.
Let's give our people some encouragement. Get me 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. Get me Deuteronomy chapter 13 and 14 and verse 2.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight,
Right.
and that which is wanting cannot be numbered.
So this is the reason why I brought this out, was to emphasize that the Most High has a purpose for all the nations on earth. What he's made straight, what he's made crooked, no man can make it straight.
Right.
He made the snakes crooked. They can't wiggle in a straight line. They can't be straight. They wiggle, bend and bend. So he made people that are crooked.
Right.
And these people are damn crooked and they don't even look upright. They look like there's something wrong with them more time. And there is something wrong with them.
Right.
Because they don't even leave the children alone. They don't even leave the animals alone.
Right.
They don't leave everything they have to have. And they enlarge in their desire like there's no other thing on earth.
So.
When they have everything already, but now they want more.
Right.
And they don't even care about their own people. They will make their own people suffer. That's why we can't give a damn about these people, because there's some that are two-time losers. Because how can you be having in your own kingdom and you be homeless?
Right.
What sense does that make? But they're two-time losers, man.
That's right.
Or even three.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation. But ye are a chosen generation.
Now Esau is.
But ye are a chosen generation.
But Israel is that chosen generation.
Right.
And we're not talking about no Amalek dog in our country. We're talking about the Israelites.
Right.
Because they call themselves Israelis and they can keep it that way.
A royal priesthood and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who had called ye out of the darkness unto his marvelous light.
A peculiar nation, a special people,
Right.
and a royal priesthood, like King David, like King Solomon, royal. And he's called us out of darkness into his marvelous light.
That's right.
Because we were in darkness when we were walking in the ways of the world.
Right.
When we were out shopping on the Sabbath day. But now he's called us onto his marvelous light, where we're not even shopping anymore. The Sabbath day is meant for the Lord.
Yes, well. Come on.
We're keeping the commandments, we're keeping the feast days, and we're doing it with joy.
Right.
We're not caring about the things of the world anymore. We're making the other nations think about them, stress their head about all kind of tax, stress their head about all kinds of bills that they have to pay. Because you know what? We reside and we only care about what the Most High thinks about us. We don't care about what these nations think about us.
Right.
Because we can never please man. We can never please man. It's like you try and please your woman, but your woman always has something to say. You can never please a man, but we can please the Most High. So that's what we're doing. We're going to continue to try and be perfect, just like our forefathers, Job, Noah, all of our forefathers. That's what we're going to try and do, rather than please man. And once you please man, you're pleasing him in all kinds of filth.
Right.
Because next thing you know, you're a batty boy. You're doing all kinds of things against what the Most High says. Great appreciation.
Psalms 19 verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
So the law of the Lord is perfect.
That's right.
So, because the law teaches us so many things, and the Bible teaches us so much wisdom, man. Get me Proverbs chapter 8 and start at verse 32. And the law of the Lord is perfect, and it converts the soul from that dead soul and makes it wise.
That's right.
This is Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 32. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways.
So, and everyone wants a blessing. So we have to listen unto the Most High and listen to his ways so we can get the blessing.
Right.
Continue reading.
Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not.
Hear instruction and be wise.
That's right. Refuse it not.
That's why the Lord calls us that wise and understanding people, because we heard instruction and we are walking wisely through it. But there's no instruction in this earth.
Right.
That's why when they see people walking upright, they just hate on it. They hate on them. More time you're an Israelite and you're walking to please the Most High, and someone says, "Oh, do you think you're better than me because you're doing this and that?" We're just trying to follow the laws. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
But our people always have some agenda, always have something bad to say,
Right.
because they're not part of the sheep that want to hear the Most High's voice.
Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors.
So blessed is the man that waits daily for the Most High,
Right.
measures the times diligently,
Right.
and watches daily at his gates. Because all we want is God. Our people want God. That's why they go to the Christian church and pack it up on a Sunday. Because they want God, but they're not seeking. Once you go there, you're not getting God. You're not getting God's words. You're just getting man's doctrine.
Right.
Because, what's his name? Constantine is the founder of that religion. And Constantine isn't an Israelite.
Right.
He was an Edomite. He was a Grecian. He was a heathen. He was... What's the other word? He's not of our nation.
Right.
So of course you're not going to get the true and pure things that is written. You're not going to get the blessing if you're going to follow after a next man's doctrine.
For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord.
So whoso finds the words that is written in the Bible, the commandments, finds life.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul.
But he that does sin, which is the transgression of the commandments,
Right.
wrongs his own soul.
All they that hate me love death.
All they that hate me love death.
So all you people that hate the Most High's commandments, you love death.
Right.
You don't love life. Get me Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Because a lot of our people are walking spiritually dead. There's no life in them. That's why they go work, go to their 9 to 5s, but they're empty inside, man.
Right.
They're empty. And then they think that they can fill that void with partying, linking gal, and all these things, but it's nothing than a broken soul, man.
This is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
But those that come to it, the book of life, the commandments, shall come to life. But such as leave it shall die.
Right.
And we don't want death on we don't wish death on our people. And we were given the commandments because we were that special people that the Lord chose. Not all people was chosen by God. There was people that was made but chucked to one side.
Right.
Get me that in second Ezra.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And who?
And the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the word for our sakes.
For whose sakes?
Because thou madest the word for our sakes.
Possessive pronoun. Sister smoking a cigarette. Sister, you got a minute for God? Come on, sister. Yeah, but what is church teaching you? The church is teaching you to continue smoking. But you're not knowing that you're defiling your body. You're defiling your temple.
That's right.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are nothing. Those that come off of Adam are nothing.
But be like unto spittle. But be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
And it's like the abundance of them. An abundance is a lot of them. To a drop that falleth from a vessel.